Bitcoin with a nice bounce today. It's $41,312 as I'm recording this on Friday, January 26, 9:43 a.m. Having a nice bounce right now. We have a vertical blue buy now signal on the 12-hour chart, which is a positive sign so far. We found some support on the 200 moving average on the 12-hour chart. What we're going to cover today, if this is going to be a dead cat bounce, or we could come up here to take out these highs, and how these altcoins across the board are looking as well too. So if you're new here, subscribe to the notification bell, leave a like and a comment, and let's dive into it. So let's go to the total crypto market cap right now and see how that's shaping up. And then we'll go into the dollars, see how that's shaping up. And then we'll go into the altcoin market cap. We'll see how that's shaping up. And then we'll dive into some individual altcoins like XRP, XLM, and see where those are on track to. So right now, looking at the total crypto market cap on the 12-hour chart, it's looking like we got this 12-hour buy now signal. Just waiting for the screener to load here. But what we're seeing so far as this is loading is we have the pink now finally coming up through that 20 line, the blue getting ready to come down through that 50 line, very positive. The 12-hour buy now on the total crypto market cap actually right now is in the middle of confirming this signal in 9 hours and 15 minutes. If we can maintain where we're at 1.55 trillion or even go up more, that would be better. To then get above this EMA ribbon, that would be even better. But we have about 9 hours, 15 minutes for confirmation of this signal right now. And we have that TSI crossing up with the momentum, MACD flipping green, the pink coming up, getting ready to cross above the blue. We want to see that. Stock RSI crossed up, heading up into this over the 50 line, which we want to see. Looking at the past here, the last 12-hour buy now signal that we got was in September, which was at 1.03 trillion. Then we had a sell here, and then we had another buy at 1.055 trillion. And we haven't seen a 12-hour buy now since. So this is a positive signal if it confirms within the next 9 hours and 15 minutes. But we still want to be a little cautiously optimistic here, because we do have that EMA ribbon, which was green this whole uptrend, flipped to red right now. So we are seeing a flip to red, but we're still above the 200 moving average. So we still are in this bullish uptrend, but we are weakening the trend. And really the confirmation of us going into a bearish trend would come when the EMA ribbon crosses down through the 200 moving average, right? It would cross down through, and price action being below, kind of like back here when the EMA ribbon flipped to red. Like we're in this stage, if we're comparing it back to August of last year, where we had an uptrend, we were maintaining above, then we broke below the EMA ribbon, we flipped it to red, but we're holding the 200 moving average here, and we couldn't get above the EMA ribbon and hold that support. And then we broke below the 200 moving average. We had the EMA ribbon cut down through the 200 moving average, and we had a capitulation moment. So that is definitely still in the cards of a potential scenario to pan out. So we want to be cautiously optimistic here, and really we need to get back above the 50 moving average and EMA ribbon, hold it as support for a few days. Even a week would be even better for a confirmation that we're ready to go into another new high here. So what level is that? We need to get above 1.6 trillion. If we can get above 1.6 trillion and hold, then that's a very promising sign. We broke above the 786 here, the micro 786 right at this point. We're at the 1618 breakout extension right now. And if we can get up through 1.55 trillion, which is a key level too, because looking at it, you can see there was a lot of touch points of support, and then we broke down through resistance, and we're at it right now. So if we can break above this level, we're going to go up to 1.6 trillion. And that'll be the next point that we really need to hold above. And then if we're strong enough, we can come up here to 1.66 trillion, which is the 4236, which is likely coinciding with this high down to the low, the 786, or at least close to it. So the high down to the recent low. So that 786 is at 1.72 trillion, which happened to be this high over here in December 1st. So we have our levels we need to take out. We're going to go level by level at a time, but solid seeing that 12-hour buy now come in, because if we can still see that momentum come up here, we'll likely flash a one-day buy now as well too. The reason why these levels are so important as well is because if we can get above that 1.6 trillion, then we can get back above the one-day EMA ribbon and divert it from flipping to red. And we have a one-day prepare to buy soon as well too. And the last time we saw that and then got the buy now was the bottom back in August, September, October, before this big uptrend. So solid so far, but we need to see continuation here. Then if we look at the 1-day kind of moving average, the momentum here. We do have the stock RSI coming up. We need to see more, and we need to see that TSI cross up. So we're not fully out of the woods yet. We could be on the brink of a little dead cat bounce before going for one more low, which would put it in the bottom before another hyper cycle here. So that's that. That's the total crypto market cap. Now let's go to total 3, which is the altcoins. And we have this clear horizontal support, very critical level around 440 to 444 billion. That's a definite must hold above if we're going to, maintain going up in the short term. If we break it, we're likely going to come down to retest 410 to 380 billion. That's where the 1-day 200 moving averages are. And our previous, looking back to all of 2023 and 2022, that was our previous key area of resistance back in November 2022 and then March of 2023, April of 2023. We got hung up on it in November of 2023. Once we broke above with conviction, then we went up to our 2618 extension. We did come back down though, and we've retested these highs over here. So that could have very well much been the bottom. But if we do go lower, then I would say our bottom comes in around, let's say 385 to 410 billion to retest on this key area here. And that's going back to 2021. That was our area back in the summer correction where we found support as well too. So that's, if we break 440 billion, that's where we're going to go to. And I'd be a big buyer at that level, but that could have been it. It depends on how Bitcoin's going to shape up here. But also we have this trend line resistance coming down like that we're running into as we speak. So that's why it's critical to get above this micro 786 around 480 billion, because then we can come up here to retest the highs around 520 billion. If we can break above there, then we can head up to the high 583 billion to potentially even up to 700 billion, which if we throw on the 2024 price predictions template, you can see that getting up to those levels would be going up to this purple moving average, the 4236 extension on the medium fib, as well as getting close to our macro 786, kind of replicating what Bitcoin just did. So I think the trade now going forward is not Bitcoin, but getting into these altcoins, because they're, with this dip and this correction, they're cheaper, but also like that's where the money's going to be flowing to next, in my opinion, not financial advice. We have this downward sloping trend line. If we can break above there on the 1-day, get above 485 billion, we're above that 50-day moving average, which served as a critical level of support this whole time. Then we broke below it. So getting back above there could cause fireworks. So that's what's going to be on our radar. And we want to see that pink cross above the blue, and then the stock RSI, TSI cross up. Then looking at Bitcoin dominance real quick. We do have Bitcoin dominance coming up here, but remember going to the 2-week chart. I think we had our sell now on the 2-week chart, which last time called the top over here in 2020, in January in 2020 as well too. And now we're in January of 2024, and it's looking like this is going to be the high of the Bitcoin dominance as well. We do have this trend line like this that we broke down below, but now we're coming back up through it. But it's likely in 2 days and 10 hours, we can see this have a wick, and then we can roll over, and then we can come down to 46% in the Bitcoin dominance, which would be a big pop for altcoins. Then let's take a look at the dollar. Let's see if the market drivers are acting in our favor here. The dollar right now, if we go to a 1-day chart, is right now starting to look like the momentum's rolling over it, which if we did see that would be pretty solid. We're getting hung up at this 200 moving average. It's been ever since January 16th. So it's been about like 10 to 14 days of trying to get above this level, and a lot of wicks, rejections there. And then if we take this high down to the low over here, it's no kidding that's where the 786 is, and we're struggling to get above. And then we have this trend line that we're trying to hold as support right now. And if we can break below, get below 102.80, then it's likely we're going to come down to 101.50 again. And that will be pretty solid for the crypto market for a nice bounce here. Then looking at the US NAS 100, let's take a look at that. And we're on the 1-day chart. We are pulling back a little bit. A lot of volume coming in here, huh? But yeah, we want to see that momentum continue. On the 1-day, we have a sell warning. On the 1 week, we have a sell warning, but we still have that stock RSI and momentum coming up here. So far, so good. As long as we can stay above our previous all-time high around 16,600, then, we're still in for a good upside. Then looking at XRP, we're at a critical moment, critical juncture here. So we have this trend line coming down. We have this one coming down. We're riding this trend line up. We're at a critical juncture there. But actually, let me go to the Discord. And if you're not already in the Discord, link in the bio, come join it, because I post screenshots of other charts in here. And XRP 1-day chart has a 1-day prepare to buy soon. So for the people the Stargate VIPs who have the Stargate automatic trading bot set up, we do have a 1-day prepare to buy soon that's flashing. And let me throw that on. So it's very solid what we're doing, because if you watch all those 2024 price prediction videos, the belly of the beast is key. And when we break above it, we don't want to get back and swallowed up by it again. And we've been maintaining as support now. When on that big wick in January 3rd, we touched down right at it and had a big buy up. We filled this wick, and we've had the wicks go into the belly of the beast, but the candle body closes above it. With the 1-day prepare to buy soon, we have the pattern saying bottom number 2. We have a falling wedge pattern here as well. We touched the 786 of the macro, the medium fib of this low to the high up here. We touched it with the wick over here, and we're maintaining above the belly of the beast with that 1-day prepare to buy soon. So it's looking pretty solid for a potential bottom coming in here. And looking at the last 1-day prepare to buy soons, we had one right here in October with the buy now, right before we shot up from 50 cents all the way up to, around 70 cents. We had a sell now at 68 cents. We have another prepare to buy soon coming in with a buy now ready to come. And the target from a breakout of this 786 at 60 cents could bring us up to 75 cents, even 80 cents. So things are, not looking bad right now, as long as Bitcoin can get above the key level and just go sideways and not break down to the lower 30s. These altcoins can go on a pretty big run. And then looking at XLM on the 1-day chart, it's going to go at XRP as well. Looking at XLM, we have our low to our high up here. We smack dab touched the 786 just a couple days ago, January 23rd. And right now we're breaking through the 786 to the upside. And we could see a target of back to 13.5 cents and real quick. Then we have a trend line coming down like this that we're breaking out of as we speak with this 1-day chart. So if we can maintain above 11.5 cents here by the end of the day, and even better on the weekly candle, then we could see a nice week next week for more price action to the upside. But we still need to maintain cautiously optimistic. We need to watch the market drivers. Bitcoin, it's still looking good right now. We need to watch the dollar, and then the total crypto market cap, altcoin market cap. And depending on how those are panning out, same with Bitcoin dominance, it could be time for a nice solid pop out of these altcoins. Some of the underperforming ones the past 3 months, like XRP, XLM. Looking on the 1-day chart, we are seeing that stock RSI come up. The TSI is trying to cross as well too. And then looking at how we touched the low from October to the high in December, we touched the 786 and now we're starting to pop. Things aren't looking half bad here. And then looking at, let's see if we have a prepare to buy soon on the 1-day for XLM. And we do. We have a 1-day prepare to buy soon. The last time we had that was back here in October, and the buy now hit the bottom, the sell hit over here. So it's looking solid right now. It's looking solid. Let's see if we have a 2-day, no 2-day, and probably not a 3-day. But we have that 1-day, which is solid. And then we have the 12-hour, which probably flashed a buy now, flashed a buy now on this candle. We had one back here, but it was a false signal, came back down, and this is likely the real one, just like back here, false signal. And then the second one is likely the real one, just how the 1-day came right here. Came right here. And then the 1-day right now. So it's looking pretty good for more momentum to the upside. So I'm going to be looking to grease this. I'll be in the Discord in Greece City for all the Stargate VIPs. And if you're not in the Discord, there are free channels. Link is in the bio. Come join it. You can see the market update and when I post any additional updates throughout the day as price action unfolds. So I'll see you guys in the Discord, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And I hope you guys have a great Friday and a good weekend. So I'll see you over there.